Mr. Hanley, I'm going to show you today how to get your NetBeans running so you can play sound files. And greetings, it's March 23rd. Unfortunately, we are all quarantined right now, or I shouldn't say quarantined, but isolated to reduce spread of COVID-19. So let's hope this time is short and you're staying healthy and well. I'm going to go over to my website to show you the section of my website where we focus in on this particular topic. And that happens to be the cookbook. So I'm going to take you to the Java documents version of my website. There's the cookbook. And there's a whole section in the cookbook on sounds. You can either get there by this hyperlink. Control F probably will do the same. Oh, I just got Control F took me to the hyperlink. Okay, fair enough. And this is the section here. There's some imports at the top of your file. There's going to be some gathering of WAV files, WAV files. You can also use AU files or MIDI files. MP3 files will not work with this technique. They are compressed and have to be decompressed. So let's look at the steps here. One is to import these files, and two is to make a folder called sounds in your project folder. If this was your budget project, for example, you'd see all these directories, and we're going to add a brand new directory called sounds. The project I'm currently in is just an example project for the semester class kids. If you're not sure what directory your project is in, you can always right click and just go to the properties of the project, and that will tell you where it is under sources. You could see this is a long directory name, and it's loops 5 test for me is the directory name. So I'm going to go ahead and find that loops 5 test folder, and I'm going to make a sounds folder there. Here's the project folder. As you can see, there's no sounds folder there currently. I can do that with right click, new folder, and I'm just going to call it sounds, all lowercase, no spaces. That's where we're going to end up putting our WAV files. If you want to search your computer for WAV files, assuming you're using a Windows-based PC, you could go ahead and do the search, and I'm going to search for star. No, I don't want web results. No, I didn't do that right. Okay, sorry folks. I guess what I meant to do is to come first to the computer file system, this is called Explorer, if you've never heard that term before. That's how you navigate around a Windows PC. And I'm going to go ahead to the C drive, and I'm going to go ahead and search star, which is the wildcard .wav. And a wildcard means any file name or any partial file name that matches this will be found. And so I'm looking for anything with a WAV extension. There should be a lot of WAV files on your computers. Don't want a particularly really big one. I think we're trying to keep it between 0 and 100 or 200K. If you find a whole song or something like that, it may just take too much time to load up in the event of your Java program. I'm going to find explosion.wav. I think this is one I've used quite a bit. I'm going to right click and choose copy. What that means is now it's on the clipboard and I can paste it somewhere. And I want to go back to the folder I was just in, which is the sounds folder. And I want to go ahead and paste it there. Okay, and so there's my first file. It's called sounds.wav. No, it's called explosion.wav in the sounds folder. I'm sorry. And one thing you can do if you're new to using Windows, or if you're a Windows user anyway, I don't know how this works on the Mac. We don't want to view files without seeing their extensions. So we're going to make sure we come under Options under View, and this is Windows 10, of course, and we want to find the section where it says Hide Extensions for Known Types. We want to make sure we uncheck that. We don't want the computer hiding any extensions on us. We need to know exactly what type of file this is, .wav, And oh, by the way, don't try and take a file like a .mp3 and change the extension to .wav. That's the equivalent of putting lipstick on a pig. It won't change the file in any way except the name, and that doesn't change what the file really is. There are conversion tools on the internet to do this. You're going to find 4 more WAV files. I'm not going to do that in the interest of time. You can also look on the internet for WAV files, etc. Just make sure they're appropriate for school for your assignments. And I'm going to come back to the cookbook, okay? And I'm now going to start to do the work of getting the WAV file logic built in. And so I'm going to copy the imports, okay? And I think I'm going to use Windows right arrow and Windows left arrow, which is a way to see 2 windows on the computer screen at the same time, and they have them divide up the screen. Props to Mahir Chakravarthi, who showed me that years ago. I hope he is well, whatever he's up to today. Save, 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 of course. Now we have some imports, probably not used, so NetBeans is highlighting them in that brown color. We're going to go inside of our class, and we're not going to add a class, but we're going to make some sound clips, 1 for each sound effect. Control C is the copy command. Of course, you're well aware of that. I already have a method and a main method of 2 methods. So I'm going to simply paste the audio clips in there. Error sound, crash sound, whatever you want to call them. But these are important naming conventions. The sound clips are going to be SND. Clip is a Java class. That's why one of these is now not browned out anymore. Import's being used, and I'm going to come down over here and say that the hello. I don't know how that happened. I'm going to come down here and tell the computer that I need to copy. Wow, I really went off the rails there. My apologies. Just in the beginning of the main method, I want to load in the logic to read the sound files into the computer. I don't want to do this more than once. I just did it at the beginning of the main. Okay, I'm going to paste a bunch of logic in. I'm going to go full screen on NetBeans for a minute. I'm going to require sort of formatting, and I accidentally take some stuff from the PDF, and I don't want that obviously in the logic. I don't want, that because I crossed over a page in the PDF. Okay, and we have the file names. So the error file sound, I'm going to comment out crash file sound. I don't have one of those. The error file sound is actually not called Windows Critical Stop. I think you know that. You already saw me get it as explosion. And if you're on a Windows environment, you don't have to worry about case sensitivity for files. They're not case sensitive. So lowercase e or uppercase e is okay. Misspelling it is not going to do it, though. So where's my sounds folder? Oh, wow. Okay, I guess I have just a few folders open there. Whoa. Mamacita, I've got a lot open there. Sounds folder is explosion.wav. There's no spaces in the file name. If you're using, let me silence my phone here. If you're using Macintosh that runs on Linux, I sort of think that file names are going to be case sensitive on the Mac environments for my Mac friends out there. So just be advised of that. So I'm going to, just comment out where it says crash sound for now. I'm going to focus on error sound. All right. That means these 2 lines of code are going to get commented out. Save, save, save. This logic right here will create a clip that's associated with the file. So if you're not in the project folder and you didn't make the sounds directory in there, well, he's not going to find it. And I'm going to run it just as you should probably at this point in time. If he has found the sound file, there won't be any exceptions. And you can see that I don't have any errors or exceptions, okay? So if you do get an error exception, I'll demonstrate what many students do. They mistype, the word explosion. They run their program and they get frustrated. I debugged it. They debug their program or run their program. They get quite frustrated because what happens is, Java gives an error message that file not found. You promised there was an explosion.wav file on the sounds folder and it never showed up. So I'm giving you an exception.